Paula, you ready, booby? I'm going in. I'm going in. Good afternoon. How's everybody doing? It's motivating the motivator. So that means it's Sunday. Let me make sure I get my. See, got a white wall today, so you can see me. Hey, y'all. So, hey, Levon and. Oh, look at that. Alice Twombly. How are you all doing today? Actually, I need to find my reading glasses because Teresa told me I'm not cute when I squint. So, I need to be cute. So, good afternoon. We started a few minutes late because my unbelievably awesome guest, she's getting herself ready. So, happy Sunday and happy Father's Day. Sometimes today can be emotional for me. I'm on a different plane, which is awesomeness. Because I no longer have my dad with me. However, everything he gave me is here. So with that, I'm actually okay. So it's that kind of Father's Day for me. It's pretty much a day of just making sure all the dads out there get a little extra love today. So if you have your dad or a really good dad or a nurturer, wish him happy Father's Day. So that's that. Okay. So I don't start welling up and swelling up. Oh, really quick, just a really quick thing. So I'm going to start selling these t-shirts. So they are t-shirts. By the way, the person who prints up my t-shirts is Frankie Clark. She has a company called Logos by Frankie. # buy from a black woman. But anyway, she is amazing. But designing these t-shirts for Empower Fit. So here's one. My guest has joined. So here's one of my shirts. Hold on while I get her in here. Prayed up and saged up. So that means I'm ready to go. So speaking of ready to go, there she goes. I have Paula Mack on. Hey, Mack Mama.
Hi, how are you?
Every time I see your face, I'm happy. So I'm going to introduce you. I always give these, it seems like these crazy, I'm like, oh, I love all these people. I love all these people. I do love all these folks. So that's why I have everyone coming up in here, because Paula here. So Paula and I have been friends over 30 years. Because, wait, how long has it been?
Hey, Levon.
I know, right?
It's about maybe more than 30 years, right?
Yeah.
No, 30. It's about 30 because we were about 10.
We were how old?
Yeah. About maybe, if we looking at it, it was more than 10, more than 30 years.
I think so, yeah, because I was about 14, 15 when we met. So
yeah.
So it's been about 35 years.
Yeah.
So we're going to get to that in a second.
Nice and young.
Because we're so young. So we're going to get to how we met and all that stuff in a second. But so everybody, welcome Paula Mack to the show. Paula Mack is, she's an educator. She's a leader. She leads by example, by humility, by experience, and just with an attitude of, we are moving forward. How do we move forward? How do we do these things? So everybody I've spoken to, I've talked about everybody having their lane. What are we all doing to make sure our community progresses and is uplifted? Oh, Miss Gonzalez. Oh, yes, Stephanie, she is amazing.
Stephanie worked with me. She knows. Thank you.
So Paula's lane, she's driving through that carefully, swiftly, with purpose. She is the founder of her own company. It's called Children Connect. We're going to talk about what Children Connect is about, why I feel she is just so incredibly important to conversations that we're having about the Black community, about upliftment, about making sure that we educate our own and the different stages. She will definitely speak on that. So there's that. And then the other part that's not like as like, woo, is that? She's my one woman glam squad. So there, when anybody sees these pictures of me when my hair is like done and my makeup is beat, like I'm just boom, boom, I'm just like, that's Paula. So obviously she didn't do my face. I wanted to try to make her proud. At least my lipstick was cute. And I got mascara on. She taught me how to do my mascara too, years and years and years ago. I know. Who needs help with mascara? Me. So Paula is this incredibly, wonderfully well-rounded, diverse, encouraging, motivational, inspirational human being. This human being that came in the form of this amazing Black woman, born and raised in the Bronx.
Boogie down.
Huh?
The boogie down.
The boogie down. Not down. Down. The boogie down. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to introduce Paula Mack.
Hi, everyone. Here today because Latifah says I inspire her. And, and I'm so happy to be able to inspire a person that inspires me too.
Thank you, Annie.
I absolutely love and adore Latifah. Yes, we've known each other for about 30 years. If you see me looking like this, like keep doing that, I'm a new mom and I'm feeding my baby. so
how old is your new mom? How old are you? Wait, let me get that question. So wait a minute. How old?
I got you. He's 6 months. I know what you meant. That's how much friends we are. I know what you meant. He is 6 months young, and he is my life. He gives me life.
Yes. So here's the thing, everybody. I said all of that, and she's a mompreneur. That's the best way to say it. You're a mompreneur. A mompreneur. So she is doing all this and has this, he's a doll. Like, he's literally a doll. Like, I love him so much. So let's talk about, first let's do a quick how we met. Would you like to do that? Let's have you do that.
Well, we were both forced into working at Joseph Fleming.
Wait, you see how she said that we were forced?
No, we were both working together. Both of our parents were like, y'all coming to work with us and we're going to teach you how to file. We're going to teach you how to type. We're going to give you them basic skills. So come on in here. So we both was like, all right, so it would be a day that I would come in and a day that Latifah would come in, but we would always miss each other. But I heard her name and she heard my name. And then one day we was in the office together. We was like, I feel like I know you. And then from there, we were like 12 putting files together, knowing how to use a stapler from a fax machine to type. They wasn't playing, okay? We got paid nothing, but we were definitely, to this day, grateful for every experience that we had at Joseph Fleming Esquire. Every bit of it has groomed us to be the beautiful people that we are today when it comes to being a business person, being dependable, and reliable. And having that experience so young just taught us to be very confident in business.
Very much so. Very much so. It's so funny how we have this view of it now, but back then, it was like, it was like the side, but never in front of your mother.
We were like, we wanted to play it. It was like, come learn, so we did it. We had fun. After a while, we knew it had to happen. So we were like, let's join it. We can't be join them. And we learned so much. And from that, we gained a friendship because every event, everything that they had together, it was a family-owned business. We were family. My mom worked there. We worked there. So we were just like automatically family. And when Temple Jean Fleming was on, which is your mom, and she was like, listen, I have a lot of daughters. No, I'm the only one. I just wanted to say that when I heard that. You have a lot of daughters. And you didn't birth. This is the only one. But I just wanted to say that to Temple Jean. I'm the only. You got some other ones? Okay. I don't need to hear about those. But yes. But overall, just been like, there for us, you know, me and my mom, and just working with us, we working with them and just gaining a family ship. It wasn't even a friendship. And
Yeah,
then from there, we just kept growing in our lives and always remains friends, always remain friends.
always. And then actually, sometimes I feel stupid calling you friend. I'm like, nah, it's my sister. Because like you said, it's
Yeah, we
like,
sisters.
and it's not even time. Because there are a lot of people who have known folks for a long time, but they still don't feel like they're family enough to
Yeah.
anything. Like with us though, it's it turned into, it is no longer friendship. It is family ship. It is, and you're right, your mom was, it was a family business. With
Right.
you, your mom, us, it's a family business. So that's how she and I started our journey together. And it's been
And
something. We've
then
traveled together now.
we bonded more when we started traveling together, and we went to Costa Rica, and she had me face my fears on bugs. And it was a lot of bugs in Costa Rica that I understood that was, I was going into their space. Like having those experiences taught me so much about myself. It was
Yes.
yoga, yes. I walked up a hill and almost died, but made it. You know, it was a lot of stuff that happened in Costa Rica, but we made it and we pushed through. And that was the first one, right? And I
Yeah,
was
that
just
was
so
my
happy to be a
first
part of
retreat.
your
She's been on
first
all my
retreat.
retreats. Yeah, you've been on
Yes.
all my retreats. Yeah, it's been and I mean we've traveled. Let's see, Costa Rica, Cuba,
Panama,
Panama.
Maldives.
How can I forget the Maldives?
I
Um,
only missed one because I was pregnant. That was the only reason why.
right, you missed Morocco and France because you weren't able to get on the plane at that time. But I know, but
Yeah,
it's all
it's all
good. It's all
good.
good. It was
I'm
for
gonna
a
make them up.
very,
That's okay.
it was for a
So as I
very good
became a world
reason.
traveler, it was because of Empower Fit and having the retreats that Latifa does with her yoga, and I'm just like so grateful. So
So
that's pretty much bonded us even further.
yeah,
We were in the middle of Maldives, and I just got there. I got off this water like I was on a speedboat. Like it was doing this. That's why I'm moving my hand like this. The speedboat was doing this, right? And I was like, oh my goodness, I just found out that I'm expecting, and I have to tell Latifa I cannot do scuba diving and all this other stuff. How am I gonna tell her? So as soon as I was coming down this dark alley, that's what it looked like to me when I first got there. I went into my room, put my bags in front of the door, and I came out to meet the rest of the group. And then you had to turn this corner. So you're going down this dark alley. So I put my light on my cell phone. So
yes.
I'm like, oh, that's Latifa right there, because it was nighttime by that time. So I was in a speedboat in the dark, yes. So then I had the light on, and I'm like, Latifa, oh my gosh, we're in Maldives, yay! And I couldn't even say nothing else to her but that, I'm pregnant. She was like, oh. And
I
then from
know.
there, we were hanging in Maldives in the middle of an alley with the lights of our cell phones showing the way. We had such a moment.
We
So
did.
I
We
just like,
did.
let her know, because I was like, I'm proud to tell you.
It
I
was
had
the
the
most.
best experience.
It was. That makes my heart sing. And Jackie's on, so Jackie was her roommate in the Maldives.
Jackie didn't even know. She was like, I didn't know you was pregnant until the boys here. So I was cracking up. So it was so funny. But yes, we were definitely roommates. I was extra sleepy, but I pulled it together for a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
But yeah, it was definitely a beautiful experience to have told you that at that moment, and just know that I was telling my friend that experience in that country. That was amazing.
yeah. That experience was above and beyond. That we're going back to the Maldives August 2021. So, given everything time to move and groove and see how the world is going to move by then, but everything works out, we're going to be back August
Yes.
2021. And I know you're coming.
Yep.
I know.
So
So,
Latifa talks about me doing hair and stuff. I do that on the side.
sorry.
Like I don't, yeah, it's something I do on the side. So yeah, so I do Latifa's hair, and when she has her shoots or she's doing her dance shows and her performances, I do her makeup. So yeah, I
And
do
my
that on
hair.
the and her hair. Yes.
Does my hair. She does all of that for me. She does all of that. You know what? So that's what you do for me. And, other folks, couple other people here and there. But the main thing I want to talk about, yeah, she is the best hairdresser ever. She's the best hair designer. She's a
Thank you,
hair
ladies.
designer. She's the best hair designer. So let's talk about Children Connect. So Children Connect is her company, her organization, her contribution to the world. One of her many contributions to the world. So definitely want to talk about the company itself, but let's talk about you in education, how that came to be. So first education, because that's what brought you into Children Connect. So
Yes, what happened was that I was working at the medical records department at Montefiore Hospital, and I was like working part time. And I said to myself, I'm choosing to make more money, so I need a second job. So this part time job not going to be enough. So I got a job working as a teacher's aide in a school, bumping into an old college friend who told me that she was expecting and going to interview, and I got the job. So I was working as a teacher's aide and part-time in the evening, and the daytime I would work at the Montefiore Medical Clinic. When a full-time position came available for the job, because I got tired of going back and forth, I said, you know what, let me just do this full-time since I've, got a little bit of a knack for it and everything like that. But when I was younger, I'd go back a little bit more. People used to tell me I look like a teacher. I'd be like, I'm not no teacher. Stop saying that. That means you was a nerd, right? Now nerd is good. But I'm just saying at that time, nerd was don't call me a nerd. I wear glasses, so I could see. I just wanted y'all to see my beautiful eyes right now. So with the glasses, it makes me look like I'm definitely a professor, like straight. And then when I decided to, step into that, when I became the assistant teacher, I was like, okay, yeah, I do have a knack for this. There's something that the woman saw at the interview that I didn't even know about. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll do teacher's aide. And then I was like, oh, let me just do something full time and let me do teacher's assistant. And as I'm doing this work, I probably was in about a year and a half worth of this experience, and got pulled out into the hallway by the Department of Health inspector that was like, pulled me and a whole bunch of other girls into the hallway that we were working together. And she was like, listen, y'all need to get y'all behinds in school. So I was like, school? I know I finished high school, but I didn't know what I wanted to do, so I didn't want to just jump right into college. So I said, all right, let me go for my associate's degree, so that way I'm not doing anything more or less, And then it was like, we want you to be the teacher in that classroom. I became the teacher in that classroom and acting while
now what grade was this?
This was preschool children, infant, toddler room to kindergarten. At the time, they had kindergartens and not-for-profit organizations that long ago. But now they don't, they don't have kindergartens longer in not-for-profit. But at the time, it went up to kindergarten, from birth to kindergarten. So in that program, got my associate's degree, was an acting teacher, and many teachers came and gone and gave me a lot of experience going. It was at a homeless shelter. And in that homeless shelter, I found that a lot of families would come and go. A lot of families, like, oh my goodness, this is a lot for the children. The children were stressed, the families were stressed. I said, let me work somewhere where it's not all of this stress happening. Only to find out that that's just how it works in the education world. You're going to get families that they get stressed, and there's a lot of stuff that goes on with them. And I'm like, I learned that as I grew along, and I was like, okay, let me do my bachelor's in this. So I got my bachelor's degree in early childhood education, and I moved on to Sharon Baptist Head Start. I worked at Health Bronx Morris Avenue first. Sharon Baptist Head Start was where I got my experience working as a teacher. Val Gordon, who was the director at the time, she said, listen, I'll give you this classroom. When I requested it, I was like, I want that classroom. I think I could be a teacher. I was doing it at the other school, and I'm always a go-getter. So I went after that classroom, and from there I was there for 5 years, achieved my bachelor's degree in that time frame, and then moved on to administration because my supervisor, God, rest his soul, he was like, listen, Paula, I see something in you and you can lead people. And, so I just kept on going. Went and got my master's degree in special education. And that was because I had difficulty with a lot of children that were coming into my classroom that had high behaviors. And I was like, how do I work with them? What do I do?
Right.
How do I manage this? They're really pretty much taking up my whole day. Like, there has to be a way to balance this. There has to be something to identify these children.
You are so good at finding these problems and being the solution. It seems like every type, but so far all you've just been doing is like, there was this, so how do I make this better? If there's this, there are these children, instead of being like, go to the principal, or you're like, how do I work with them? There's this problem, how do I work with them? And now you've got it so that you become the solution.
Yes. Thank you for that. I definitely was that type of individual and still am to this day. You know, advocacy is one of my things I do in my business. So just
Yes.
moving forward, very quickly, I got my master's in special education and then went into leadership. I was assistant director at 5-Star Daycare Center, at Boys and Girls Harbor, at Harlem Children's Zone. I'm was working with the Office of Head Start, and from there I got a second master's in educational leadership. Right now I'm currently working on my dissertation because I finished my coursework for my PhD, and my dissertation should be complete by 2021. And just keep on moving and growing in my career for me and for children and for families. So my advocacy is definitely around assisting parents with understanding their children and what's going on with them early enough so that they can get the support that they require. And I, just to share this story with you, Latifa, for the reason why, you know, for the PhD program was because I always wanted to be Dr. Mack. Right? Don't that sound cool as hell? But I know for me, it's definitely more. I definitely want to be a professor. I've been an adjunct professor, but I definitely want to be a professor at a college so that I can assist by training teachers that are coming into the field.
Right.
But my business started when I went to the Office of Head Start role, and I was an education consultant. And as an education consultant, I learned that a lot of programs didn't know how to manage their funding, how to train their teachers, what to do in regards to that. Excuse me, going off screen, I'm just getting my son. Going off screen and going off screen. Going going off screen, look. Yes, I'm silly. I'm also silly because being an educator is fun and you got to have the silly in you. What I do is because the Office of Head Start had a lot of different regulations and a lot of programs didn't know what to do. And I was the first person going into those programs saying, do this, but I couldn't tell them how. Right. I just said, this is what needs to be done. So from there, I stopped working with them for a year because I was on contract, and that was my contract to stop working with them for a year. And I started to establish my business where I gave that same kind of energy to giving that program that support. And when I gave them that support, they were able to flourish. They were able to definitely get a sense of what to do. And I was able to train their teachers. And I found a passion for training, technical assistance, and seeing that the culture of that program grow and the teachers prosper. So from there, I started my company called Children Connect, Inc. And it's called Children Connect because we have such a connection to children. And my connecting homeschool and community sits right up underneath my logo because we connect homeschool and community. All three of those together creates for that whole holistic to assisting a child's academic growth. And that's where my passion is. My passion is really around letting families know and supporting families as much as possible with what and how to have their child be successful adults.
Right. And having that foundation is key. And you're getting them right when, so that their brains are set, their minds are ready to move into this educational system, wherever they go. And I love that you do that. And I love for you, what I love is that you understand it's not just 2 + 2 = 4. You understand, and it's not. I mean, we got the whole. It's so much more, and you do have to educate an entire child. You can't just sit them at a desk and just be like, here's your paper, do this and learn and go. Your approach is exactly what is needed. It's exactly what's needed.
I have to keep learning. I don't stop learning because I'm teaching.
Right.
I have to keep.
You can never stop learning. The best teachers are always learning.
And they're students. So with that, I make sure that I'm a master cadre trainer with the early childhood education Aspire account. Everybody knows in early childhood education that they have an Aspire account, and I'm a master cadre trainer for that. I definitely have a lot of certifications under my belt in educational leadership, principal of a school. Yes, I have been a principal of a school. I've been director of a school, so I definitely have some experience in leadership going about 20 years. And my business has been open for about 7 years successfully. And I'm so happy and blessed to have my business and have that be my only source of income as an entrepreneur. And now a momapreneur, what did you call it?
Mompreneur. Mompreneur. She's like a mama. Who? That's you.
I'll make it fancier. Yes, so I enjoy just taking the time to support and guide and coach teachers, and really take the time to work with programs and preschool programs to college programs to all different types of programs. I've even been in working with the foster care department at Cardinal Mikulski and supporting families in that way. So I have a vast variety of experience. It's not just preschool. It's not just one thing with me. And right now I'm doing coaching, taking coaching with Momentum Education.
Yeah.
And that's to be a coach in life and also to do that as well. So there's a lot of different things that I'm doing right now, working on my dissertation, doing coaching. I'm in LC 185 in Momentum Education, which is totally different from the coaching. And I just keep myself well.
My head is going like this. I'm like, you are just so freaking, just like, wow. Mind you, remember I said she is a mompreneur and she's got a baby. So doing all of this. So let's kind of bring those two together. How everybody has their own way of doing things. Everybody has their own way of doing things that works for them. So how do you move towards balancing everything that you just said? Because you do have a very successful business, and it is truly a blessing to be able to have your business and be able to live off of your passion. You know,
I love
that's
it.
like, you can't, it's hard to hear that. Most people can't actually say those words and mean it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not true, but you can definitely say it, and it is amazing. It's also a lot of work. So how do you find your balance between mommyhood, bosshood, the part that makes you an incredible boss, which is always learning? The best leaders know how to continuously learn and learn from the people they work with, or just keep learning in their field. So how do you find the balance between all those things? And you're still looking good as I don't know what. So how do you put all of that together? How do you find
it's all
your balance?
new. Being a mom is all new. So with that, I've just slowly been introducing myself to the experience by saying, you know what? I have my son here. I'm loving on him. I'm loving everything about him. And how do I still run my business and still be a mom? And what I learned is that I did everything before as an independent person because I was able to do these things. I was able to get up and go. You know, when you get out your car, when you go to the store, you open your door, you close the door, you go in the store. But I always said for women who have babies, they can't just do that. That's like a luxury that's been like it's not the same. You have to get somebody from the back seat. You know, you have to make sure that door, like there's other stuff you got to do just to get out the car. So for me, I learned to ask for help, for support.
Okay, can I have you repeat that? Go back, because that's powerful. Say it again for the people in the back.
I learned to ask for support. I learned to ask for assistance. I learned that it's okay to ask for assistance. And the strongness inside of me is like, you could do it, you got this. And I was like, oh, did all them friends that I was helping all those years. Hello, hi. I had zero problem asking them for assistance. And they've been supporting. Naila Hyman is my son's godmother. And she has been a phenomenal godmother, but she has been an amazing, spectacular emo and friend. And she's been there to really, she lives right across the street from me. So that's like even way more help. And then Latifah has been coming over as well. And his dad is there. So it's like just making sure I ask for that support that I require. And that's me honoring myself and making sure that I can get things done still and still be able to be successful and not feel the stress that it could look like if I never asked for support. So I've been able to do momager by planning a schedule, sticking to it, and making sure that I have support.
Yeah, sticking to it is hard. I'm projecting, sticking to something. I'm projecting, but it can be. These are talks Paula and I can have some really deep, oh, is that a tear talk? Like we can have those deep down from your gut talks, and being able to ask for support and being able to prioritize and then stick with the priorities you put out there for yourself. That's not easy. So we've had these conversations. That's why I wanted you to say it out loud. because we have these talks where it's like, well, this is a way for you to do it. This is a way for you to find your focus, find your balance, find all those things, because it is not easy. It is definitely easier said than done.
Yes.
But implementing, though, once you start to really say, this is, you got to stick it in here, and then just let
Yeah.
it kind of trickle its way down into habits.
And I work on these so much.
Yeah.
Just being able to be in full acceptance of myself and love myself and work on myself in that way has really granted me the opportunity to be able to give that to my son and know that he is going to turn out to be a phenomenal person, because I'm creating that for myself first. So I definitely work on me a lot. In between all of this wonderfulness, I definitely get a lot of guidance, and I'm grateful for it all. So when I hold myself in gratitude, the stress and the frustration kind of just moves on out the way.
Right, right. Well, it is having that attitude of gratitude, so to speak, that does wonders. Because when we talked about having our business, and it's our passion, but it is a lot of hard work. So if you come from the point of view of, I've got this business, I love what I'm doing, it makes the hard work okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am definitely grateful for COVID. I know a lot of people may be like, what the hell what did she just say? Yes, because I am able to stay home. I'm able to save finances, and I'm looking at the gratitude in it. Although I know there's a lot of stuff happening around it, I'm looking at the gratitude in it for sanity purposes, and for the fact that I know that I've been able to stay at home and raise my son for 6 months. I've been able to still work my business from home by working virtually. And all of that is I'm grateful for. The organization that I'm working with that hired me on to assist them and their teachers throughout that time, and to be able to really know that they love my work, and are assisting me through that process, and me assisting them. And I'm grateful for it all. Every day that I wake up, my son smiles at me, and I'm like, hi, good morning. And I'm grateful for that. So in the midst of it all, and the quarantine and everything like that, I'm grateful, forever grateful, because when you have that gratitude, more blessings come.
That's it. Okay, you're going to repeat that one again. Say that one again.
When you have gratitude, more blessings come. When you live in the frustration of it, more frustration comes. So even though it may look like something heavy at that time, have your moment, have your human experience, and move forward. So you can say, moving forward, what I'm choosing for myself is gratitude. And I just say that all the time. People ask me, how you doing? I'm like, I'm happy. They be like, you keep on saying that. Yes, I am happy. Because that's what I'm manifesting for myself. And I am happy, though. I'm very happy.
You are. You are.
You better stop over there. She be trying to get me to cry with her. Like, after the baby, I've been like a crybaby, and she knows it. I'm not doing it, Tifa. I'm not doing it.
I ain't doing it. You ain't making me do it. I go be able to do it. Speaking of the baby and after the baby, I had such a wonderful experience. I was able to be Paula's doula, and just experience the labor process with her. Obviously as a pregnant woman and as her friend, I was already, I was able to experience it with her. She already told you, like, I got to find out, like, the day she found out she was pregnant, she's in the Maldives, and she's telling me that across the world, So I've been able to have all of this, but to be there when she's going through the process and she's breathing, and we're just making sure this beautiful baby boy just gets into this world with mom. That's all and just her attitude. All we cared about was healthy mom, healthy baby. However he gets here is how he gets here. We want mom and baby healthy. And it was an experience to be
First
there
of all,
for her.
Latifah is the best doula ever. The best doula. She was not playing with them nurses. She was like, fine. Excuse me. Yeah. Can we get some ice chips? Yes. Hi. Yeah. So, did you see that jump on the monitor there? Did you? Yeah. So, yes, she said she wants the moment. She needs the moment. Yes. When I say I didn't have to talk, like I didn't know like being a doula meant that I had a whole advocate by my side that could talk on my behalf when I'm in pain going through contractions.
Right.
And it was a beautiful experience to have someone by your side like that. And then to know it was the person that I love and is my sister, it was like even more amazing. So she
Yeah.
was definitely in the room kicking down doors before and afterward. And to this day, like right now, like she, she assists me greatly with my son, and she's still connected to him, and she's connected to him in my belly, and she's connected to him now. So I love it all.
And his cheeks, man, I don't even know what to say. His cheeks are just everything. Yeah, thank you for that, hon, because that was it was beautiful for you and it was beautiful for me. Just it's that process. That's why for me, a labor doula is what I'm what I'm calling into existence, because to be there to speak on your behalf, I'm not making up stuff from here. I already know what she wants. And when she's in the middle of a contraction, she can't talk. And
Oh,
if
she
somebody,
already fill out a whole booklet like beforehand. So what is it that you want? You want them to cut the umbilical cord? Do you want to wear white? Do you want like it was mad stuff? She was like, I was like, dang. Yeah, no,
yep,
yeah. After he's born, I don't know if I want a slimy baby on my chest. Let them clean him off first. So it depends on the parent. But I'm just saying, at the end of the day, some people are like, yeah, bring him here. I felt like that afterward. But at the time I was being asked those questions, I was like, I don't know about that right there. It was the fact that she asked me a whole host of questions prior to and throughout,
yeah.
and just make sure that she was there to support me in that way. And I'm forever grateful to Latifah for being my doula. And if y'all want a doula, I'm a marketer too. So if y'all want a doula, that woman right there, I'm telling you, if y'all planning on having another baby or have a baby or want to have a baby, Latifah as a doula is a phenomenal spirit. Like her energy, I think she had. I know you couldn't burn incense, but it smelled like incense was burning. She
I
had
know. I just love
oils
it.
and
Wait, I am
crystals,
so
and
stage that I'm always in a cloud
I
of
was like,
like,
oh my gosh, the pain went away with that. What is that I just smelled? So it was a beautiful
rubbing her
experience.
and doing all. Yeah, it was awesome. And at the end of it all came this beautiful, delicious, wonderful human being.
And she massaged me too, just so y'all know. She was definitely massaging. I was like, oh my goodness, thank you for that. How did you know that hurt? And it was so wonderful. It was really, really a beautiful experience. And if you want to have that, please look up Latifah as your doula.
Thank you,
I
baby.
had Tanea Thomas too as a doula. She was a friend of mine who came by, and she's a doula. So she was like, I'm your doula too. She just made herself my doula. And I loved it because she was making sure that my eating during my pregnancy was on point. And
Yep,
any feelings that I had, she was giving me reassurances that they were okay. So I
yep,
just really had the blessing of a pregnancy to have Latifah as my doula and Tanea Thomas as
yeah.
my doula.
hmm Mm. No, I want to get back to, he warms my heart. I just want to get back to Children Connect really quick, just to speak about the importance of Children Connect, in education in general. But the importance of having a company like Children Connect in the midst of us trying to make changes, real, true, systemic changes in the way the Black and Hispanic, but mostly the Black community, because that's where we work, making sure, how do we make sure your company helps to move forward in what we need for our community?
Well, right now, there's a lot of preschool programs that will be reopening due to COVID, and they will require a plan of action on what to do. I'm the person who will assist the teachers with that. I've been looking up all of the health requirements for that opening to happen again. So that's the technical assistance part that I give to the administrators and the boards and let them know these are the best plans. This is what has been working out. This is what the Department of Education wants. This is what the Department of Health wants. This is how you make it happen. And then to be able to work with the teachers that will feel some anxiety around that and train them around different health practices that we were already doing in the early childhood education field, and being able to enhance that times 10 so that we can be safe for them, for their families, and for the children that we service and families that we service. So between that and just ongoing training that I offer to teachers, coaching that I offer to teachers, that's my business does all the time. We go out into the preschool programs. At this point, it's been all different age groups from third grade classrooms, but mostly preschool, and looking at the early childhood education component and being able to come up with a plan of action. So with that, parent advocacy is another thing that Children Connect offers. Child has any difficulty, like your child has an IEP, and your school
Tell them what that is.
An individualized education plan, meaning that your child has a need. They may require speech, they may require physical therapy, they may require educational supports, and they go to the Department of Education and they get an individualized education plan, which is called an IEP. Thank you for that, Latifa, because I assume people know the language, right? I'm like, the IEP, there's a lot of acronyms in education. They go and get an IEP. And with that IEP, sometimes they run into difficulties in school bias. And I advocate for those families and let them know how to walk in. I'm on the telephone with them, letting them know. I offer tutoring services, but I also refer out a tutor service called Indigo Achievement Learning Center. And I work collaboratively with Indigo Achievement Learning Center because she works with a lot of students that service that have an IEP. And she knows how to work with them and assist parents on how to best work with their child, and how the school can work best with their child as well. So with parent advocacy, I use Indigo Achievement Learning Center as a resource, and also refer parents out to those programs. If I can assist a parent, I will. Looking at time and constraints, I usually refer them out. And most times I'm sending trainers out to different programs if my schedule gets booked. So I hire consultants as well to do trainings. And it's okay at times when I feel like it gets busy, I just wind up hiring a consultant that I know has the same know-how, and we work together collaboratively to get a lot of assessments done that are required. Class reliable assessment, and anyone in the preschool world knows that this tool has been used a lot. Also Eckers, reliable, and again, this is a preschool assessment tool that I'm using. And it's just so many more that I'm able to do and assess. So if you would like my services of training or technical assistance for your program, or you're starting a new business, I offer a lot of support to entrepreneurs. So if you have an idea, you want to know how to grow it, how to start it, I offer that as well underneath Children Connect Inc. And those are the things that we offer right now. Children's books, materials, and all of that will be coming really, really soon. I'm working on those as well. And a lot of resources for children with special needs will be offered as well.
Nice. And most of the schools and programs you work with are in Harlem and the Bronx, correct?
Harlem, Bronx, Queens, Staten Island, New Jersey. Now, we've got every state. I've been in Florida. I've done trainings virtually. So I also offer virtual trainings. Thank you for that, Latifa. I kind of forget. I have to just write this down, a list of things that I do. I have it on my website. It's at www.childrenconnect.org. Very easy, childrenconnect.org.
I'll put it in the thing too when I, yeah.
And with that, on that site, you can just ask for my services and connect. We can connect to what it is that you require for your child individually, or if you're a program or you work at a program that requires trainings for the teachers virtually or in person when the world opens back up, I'm definitely there. But I definitely do it now. Like, I'm actually doing trainings online now.
I love that. So now you are global.
Yes, I've been doing it a little bit. Before that, maybe 2 years or so, I've been doing a couple of different states, but now I've been definitely doing a lot more trainings virtually.
That's right, because you used to be off on a plane and out of here.
Yeah, I used to do assessments in other states as well, so right. I've traveled to work, and I love that. My son will definitely be on my backpack, on my back, moving with me. So, yeah.
I know. When she was pregnant, she was like, "Okay, so let me know where you'll be in the next 2 years for your retreat, so I know how to pack for my boy." She was like, "We're just gonna be trekking."
Yep.
That is
He's gonna be a traveler. But yeah, that's what we offer at Children Connect, and so much more to come. But definitely look out for the children books. Look out for the resources for families that will be coming out. You're going to see me more posting clips of me doing interviews with educators. So if you want to get information about different topics, I'll be talking about those hot topics and what it looks like in the education world. So feel welcome to 100% reach out to me. I will interview you as well. So I'll be doing that on my YouTube page. So you can look me up on YouTube underneath Children Connect, and I'm there as well. And on Facebook.
Yes, and she's just look up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's freaking Paula.
I also sell jewelry on the side, just so y'all know.
And then I also.
Yeah, I just turn around and turn around. Like, I'm also a jewelry person. I'm also into education. Every time I turn my head, I also do hair. I do makeup too.
They're like, Paula, what do you do? Shorter list.
If you open up a new business, I got you. What do you need? I give consulting about business ownership. So it's a lot that I offer. Yeah, and just reach out to me, talk to me, and we can definitely see what more to come. So yes, paparazzi. Who's that?
That's Debbie.
Helping me healthy too. Hi.
That's Debbie.
Someone else is helping me healthy. Who's that?
That's Debbie.
Hi, Debbie. Yes, Debbie is one of my paparazzi. I the $5. She's definitely be getting her jewelry in. A lot of people that's on have had the experience of my jewelry. Prior to paparazzi, I sold jewelry, and now I sell paparazzi jewelry.
Yeah, she's got a little bit of everything.
I do a lot.
I know, because then you sit there and you're like, so what else do I do? And here's the thing, you actually do it well, because you don't do stuff just to do it. She will get an opportunity, figure out if it works for her, and then do it. Sometimes we get an opportunity to do it and then find out later on it doesn't work for us. She'll get an opportunity, will this work for me? And here's the thing about Paula. Not only does it work for me, but this will work for me for 6 months. Okay, let's move with it. After 6 months, whatever happens, happens.
Yes.
That's how.
And again, I learned through doing it that way, where I got into stuff and was like, "Oh, I can't keep this commitment," and it didn't feel good to release it. So I said, "Well, let me look at it before I add it," and that assists too. So I think really just having 7 streams of income is where my goal is. I'm at about 5 now. So once I have the 2 more streams of income, my goal, I'm a millionaire. I claim it, right?
Already.
So looking at that, it's not about a goal to, or I'm about to be. No, I'm a millionaire. So 7 streams of income at minimum. And I'm definitely moving and growing in that way. And I have to take care of myself. I'm going to keep saying that. I have to take care of myself. I have to love myself in order for these things to come to fruition. I have to be in gratitude and stay in a happy place. And I'm just drama free. So anything that's being drama filled or make me feel interesting, I release it because it's non-beneficial. So with that, it has assisted me greatly.
Excellent. Absolutely. I love it. Paula, thank you. That's biblical. 7 streams. That's
it's true though.
It is true. Exactly.
It's true. It's true though.
Paula, I
love t-shirts as well. If I meant to tell you, I have a t-shirt line as well. So she will be rocking one of my t-shirts one day. So she'll know that as well. Yes, it's just a lot of winners. It's about winners. So you're definitely in the winnerism. But looking at that, I just wanted to thank you so much for having me on and seeing me as a person that inspires you. You inspire so many, Latifah. I just want to let you know you inspire so many people, and to watch you in your yoga class and how you just work with people. And it's just amazing to watch. I know that you have a big heart. And I just love you to death, girl. Love you to life.
Love you to life. I love you to life and love and
I love you
everything.
To life.
I love you, baby. Thank you so much for doing this with me, hon.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for letting me share you with the world.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Bye, baby.
Bye.
Bye, y'all. Bye, Dad.